Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Double honors to the high priest elders that were before them. Peace and salutations to you sincere brothers out there pushing this word with all sincerity and in truth. It's a brother Tazamak from the Great Millstone, Austin branch. Today's lesson, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Okay, I want to go into the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, and Salakia. It's actually Exodus real quick, and then Deuteronomy. Okay, and specifically, I want to go into Exodus 17 and verse 16. But we're going to start in verse 14 real quick. And this is regarding Amalek, okay, which the Lord Yahweh sworn that he would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay, so let's get to Exodus 17 and 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek under Salakia, remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nasai. For he said, because the Lord Yahweh has sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay, so Amalek must be here in this generation, in this time, 2025. Okay, Amalek is still here. Now, before I go into the Blue Letter Bible, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 17, because the Lord expresses that he is, as we read in Exodus, that the Lord will put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. So, you know what, let's go to the Blue Letter Bible right now and get it. Okay, because Amalek, let's get it, which goes back to the Hebrew word H6002, Amalek, okay, son of Eliphaz by his concubine Timnah, grandson of Esau, and progenitor of a tribe of people in southern Canaan, descendants of Amalek. So Amalek is a descendant of Esau, okay, from the nation of Edom, okay, Adawam, which means red, which are the self-proclaimed white people today. Edom. Okay, now Amalek was a duke, a duke Amalek, as it says in Genesis 36 and verse 16, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz, Salakia, in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. And when you go to this word duke, okay, because this is very important to understand that Amalek is a chief, okay, a captain of the nation of Edom. So Duke goes back to age 44:1. Aluf or Alaf. Yeah, Khan Alaf. The outline of biblical usage, all right, it goes into chief. Strong's definition, captain, duke, a chief, a governor. All right, and you go to the, what is this, Salaki? What's going on? The Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, and it tells you, man, where's it at? That duke means the leader of a family or tribe, okay, especially used of the chiefs of the Edomites. So Duke Amalek, going into chief, Amalek is a leader of a family or tribe. So Amalek has a big leadership, or is the chief of the nation of Edom. Okay, that's why it said Duke Amalek in the land of Edom. Okay, now let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when you were come forth out of Egypt. All right, which the nation of Israel, okay, the Israelites consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When we came out of the land of Egypt, Amalek attacked us first. Okay, Deuteronomy 25 and verse 18. How is verse 17 again? Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. Okay, so Amalek, which we understand, Amalek now is the chief tribe, right? The leader of the nation of Edom. Okay, which is why when you go to the state of Israel, okay, which we understand in 1948, it says Israel's War of Independence. Israel declared its independence on May 14th, 1948. The declaration was followed by an invasion by neighboring Arab states. Okay, and let's get some history on this. A brief history of Arab-Israeli wars from 1948 to today. So the state of Israel, or Israel, became a state, and a declaration of independence in May 1948. It says, list of wars involving Israel. Since its declaration of independence in May 1948, the state of Israel has fought various wars with its neighboring Arab states. So this, when you go to Isaiah chapter 2, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the house, Salaki, to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so this is just to prove that the state of Israel aren't the real Israelites, because it's prophecy in Isaiah 2 that it says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And this is when the Lord, it says that the mountain of the Lord house shall be established in the top of the mountains, Jerusalem. Okay, so this proves that these people occupying the land of Israel are imposters, are not the real Israelites. Okay, and through the power and grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay, it was given, the mysteries of the kingdom were given to the prophets of the Lord, according to Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh doeth nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto to his servants the prophets. Okay, and we are telling you that the state of Israel is being dwelt by Amalek. which is why America has a really strong alliance, which America is Babylon the Great. Okay, United States of America is Babylon the Great according to the scriptures and according to prophecy. Before I bring out more information, let's get Numbers 24 and 20. Okay, it says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So Amalek was the first of the nations, because it says the first of the nations because he was the first of the heathen nations to come and attack Israel after we left Egypt. But it says, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So Amalek ties in with Edom, because Edom is prophesied in Obadiah. Let's get it real quick. Let's get Obadiah verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. You see, so Esau, the house of Esau, nothing's going to be remaining out of it, which ties in with the prophecy in Numbers 24 and 20. Okay, Exodus 17 and 14, and ultimately having war, Exodus 17 and 16, for he said, because the Lord Yahweh has sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So now, as I was bringing out the information regarding Israel and United States, when you go down, it says a phrase of political criticism. They say, since 1946, the U.S. has provided Israel with nearly $300 billion in aid, most of which has been for military financing. Okay, it says an expression of alliance. The U.S. was the first country to recognize Israel in 1948. Israel is a major non-NATO ally of the U.S., a designation reflecting deep security cooperation. Okay, so this is why, when you go to Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, power that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. This is talking about the power, horsepower that was red, is regarding the nation of Edom. And the nation of Edom, as you could see, through Babylon and through the state of Israel, that they have been given power to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Okay, when you look at the history, well, look at right now, the Prime Minister of Israel has an arrest warrant according to the International Criminal Court. You see? I know I got a couple more before I close it out. Let's look at this real quick regarding the stuff that Prime Minister of Israel said, that there's false claims of him creating a famine in Gaza. Okay, he is reporting a lie. Israel's leader claims no one in Gaza is starving. Okay, we understand that Esau is wicked. Let's look at some of the details of the ICC warrant issued on November 21st, 2024. Allegations include the war crime of starvation as a method of warfare and crimes against humanity such as murder and persecution. You see, this is that red horse. And ultimately, they tie Amalek and Babylon the Great. That's some of the power structure of Edom. Okay, Malachi 1 and 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay, so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Until the next one, Shalom.